Propagating Chinese Money Plant by Focus New York. Welcome back to Roots and Roasts. Today we are going to show you how to propagate your Chinese Pilea step by step so you can grow your collection, gift plants to friends, or just enjoy the satisfaction of creating something new. Let's get into it. If you're new to propagation, it's simply the art of creating new plants from an existing one. Think of it as giving your plant family a little boost. For the Chinese Pilea, propagation is all about those adorable pups, tiny baby plants that sprout at the base or along the stem of the parent. And if you're curious about other propagation methods, like cuttings or advanced techniques like air layering, check out our full playlist on the channel. But for today, we're keeping it simple and focusing on multiplying your Pilea with its pups. Let's dive in. Let's start with the tools you'll need. Having the right supplies makes all the difference, especially if this is your first time propagating. Clean scissors or a sharp knife for smooth, precise cuts that won't damage the plant. Small pots with drainage holes. Always use pots with drainage to prevent waterlogging. Well-draining potting mix. A blend of indoor potting soil, perlite, and coarse sand or coconut coir works perfectly. Watering can or spray bottle for giving your pups their first drink. Bonus tip. Use a moisture meter or your finger to check soil dryness when watering later. Now let's find the pups you'll be propagating. Pilea pups typically grow in two places. At the base of the parent plant, these are already attached to a small root system. Along the stem, these pups may not have roots yet, but don't worry. They can still grow when propagated correctly. Here's what to look for: pups that are at least 2 to 3 inches tall. This size gives them the best chance of thriving once separated. Smaller pups can stay attached to the parent until they're bigger. Now it's time to separate the pups. Here's how to do it step by step. Expose the roots. Gently loosen the soil around the base pup with your fingers or a small tool. Make a clean cut. Use your clean scissors or knife to cut the pup away from the parent plant. Make sure to include as much of its root system as possible. For stem pups, cut just below the point where the pup is attached to the stem. Don't worry if it doesn't have roots yet. Stem cuttings can still propagate successfully. Here's how to pot up your pups for success. Prepare the pot. Fill your small pot with a well-draining potting mix. I like to use a 50% indoor potting mix, 25% perlite, and 25% coarse sand or coconut coir for perfect drainage. Plant the pup. For base pups, gently place the roots into the hole and cover them lightly with soil. For stem pups without roots, plant them slightly deeper to encourage root development. Water lightly. Water just enough to moisten the soil. You don't want it soggy. Your plant babies need the right environment to thrive. Light. Place them in bright, indirect light, like near a north or east-facing window. Humidity. Tropical plants love humidity, so group your plants together or use a small humidifier. Watering. Keep the soil slightly moist but never waterlogged. Test the top inch of soil before watering again. If you notice yellow leaves or droopy pups, it's often a sign of overwatering or not enough light. Adjust your care accordingly, and they'll bounce back in no time. ETs talk about soil. A well-draining mix is essential for Pilea propagation. 50% potting soil for nutrients, 25% perlite for aeration and drainage, 25% coarse sand or coconut coir to retain the perfect amount of moisture. This mix ensures young roots get oxygen and prevents root rot. And there you have it. Propagating Chinese Pilea is straightforward and so rewarding. Whether you're growing your collection or sharing plants with friends, you've got the tools to make it a success. Don't forget to tag us on TikTok at Focus New York or Instagram at Focus_New York with hashtag PileaCare and hashtag Roots and Roasts. Share your propagation progress. I can't wait to see your thriving plant babies. And if this video helped you, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, plant fam, keep growing,